Dude, I remember I saw this absolute 10 out of 10 girl about 1 month ago. And I went up to her the second time I saw her because the first time I saw her, she was like quite drunk and her friends were carrying her. The next time I saw her, when I was speaking to her, and just for some context, she was exactly my age. We were both 18. But I went up to her, and when I was talking to her and her friends, because I knew her friends were 18, she made a joke that she was 15. Now, don't worry, bro. I checked the ID the next time I saw her. But after that, I was kind of like, I was like, what the hell? And I was like walking away a bit, and I pulled away from the conversation. The next time I saw her, and I saw like, because she was like, no, I'm 18, I'm 18. And I was like, really, show me your ID, bro. I checked the age. Anyways, I'm talking to this girl. And the reason that she came up and started talking to me was weird because I actually went up and started speaking to her friend. And then she came up to us. So now that we're all speaking, I ended up, having a nice conversation. It's clear that she's talking about her looks, trying to like show off to me. We're flirting a bit. Like that's just what it was. But over the next few weeks, I couldn't really get anything going. You know, when girls are like mixed signals, or being a pain in the ass. And I started to really care about her. I started to really want her. But it was like lowering my life quality. And so one night, this was actually really recently, like maybe half a week ago, because I kept thinking about her and kept seeing her here and there. My friend went and spoke to her and she said like, oh, she was a bit more interested in my friend. That reminded me, bro, you can't always win immediately, but you can always win in the long term. And I'm going to get back to this story in a second. But the point that I'm making here, because this is a cool story that I have coming up, once I knew like, oh, she wasn't really into me, I had the closure to just say like, yeah, fuck it. I blocked her, and my friend who she said she liked more, we agreed like, okay, both of us, we block her, fuck her. Anyways, after that, we were like, we were a lot, I was relieved, it wasn't dangling in the back of my mind, like annoyed that I hadn't like properly asked her out, but we kept like having some kind of like, some slight interactions, some bit of like mixed signals. And that leads me into my next story. I don't know if this specific one will ever come full circle, this scenario, but I'm going to tell you a story about how it did. Before I do that, I'm Finn and I help young guys live their dream social life. If you want my step-by-step guide on doing that, link in the description. But I remember when I was young, this is funny, this girl actually asked me to say this story, but I don't think she even watches my videos. Anyways, I bumped into her a week ago. She told me I should tell this story. When I was younger, I really liked this girl. I was best friends with her for 6 months, and I ended up having really, really, really strong feelings for her. And she blocked me, and it took me a few months to kind of like get over that. I cried a lot, bro. I really missed her. And then 2 months later, I was like, fuck it. And I gave up. I was like, I'm never getting her back. Fuck her. She did me wrong. Like that fuck you mindset. I didn't necessarily do anything negative to her. I didn't say anything. I just like in my mind, I was like, fuck her, like mentally. And I never spoke to her for like years. I bumped into her and she was like, kept trying to talk to me. She asked me to like go on her phone, unblock her. And, I was just being nice to her. But the funny thing is, bro, I got my stab back at her because, well, one thing is like she came up to me, she was talking to me a lot, trying to dance with me. I mean, I don't know if she was flirting or not, man. I don't really know. Like, it's hard to say. But what I can tell you is, here's some context for this next part of this story. I really, really, for a while now, have been looking for like a really sweet girl, like quite innocent, like fun, like my type, beautiful, like funny, of course, but like also just the innocent part, because it's nice to be with somebody when, neither of you have really had much experience. It's so much more, it's more like wholesome. And I was with this girl, I really liked her. I met her at this house party a few days ago, and I ended up messaging her. She gave me this little trinket. I don't know why I said trinket, bro. She gave me this ring, and I ended up messaging her. I said, oh, I still have your ring. If she watches this video, now she'll definitely know I'm talking about her. I don't know where it's going to go with her, but the point that I keep getting sidetracked. On New Year's Eve, I was with some girls, but I kind of, like in the back of my mind, I kind of quite liked this girl. And she ended up messaging me saying she could come out. So I met up with her, and I remember I was sitting on a bench, and I gave this girl a kiss. And I remember it was really funny because when I opened my eyes, and I like kind of like, she was looking that way, I saw the girl from 4 years ago who did me wrong. And I promise you, she had the craziest look of jealousy, like sadness, like she was like, whoa, like blown away. That was a full circle moment for me, where I realized you can really get some big fucking wins in life when you just commit to becoming a better person. My win in this case, it was a year ago when she asked me to unblock her, so that might be a full circle moment where she like, but this was a proper one because I got my like fuck you moment in a sense. I didn't mean to be disrespectful to her, but I did get that like fuck you moment. It took 4 years. Nobody has the patience to go train super hard for 4 years, try and put themselves out there on a YouTube channel. By the way, this girl was making fun of me for having a channel. I just laughed at her. I said, yeah, I'm doing a good thing. I'm helping people. What the fuck are you doing with your life, bro? I laughed at her because she's not doing shit, bro, on a side point. That pissed me off. Like, why the fuck are you talking about my channel, bro? You watch me. You asked for a feature. Anyways, bro, I can't. It took a long time. I'd worked on myself. I went through difficult social experiences. I met thousands and thousands of people. But eventually I won in this sense where I got my moment where she was upset. Like, I got what I wanted. I won. I got what I wanted and she didn't. Things always come full circle, bro. The amount of times this has happened, you would be so surprised. I think I have, like, let's just say when you're talking to a girl, let's just say you have a hit percentage. This is a bit of a shit concept. Don't think about it like that. But the way that I'm explaining something to you, when you go up to a girl and you're rejected once, but you have a polite rejection, you say, okay, no problem, have a great day. You actually, it's the weirdest shit ever. Sometimes you increase your odds of them ending up liking you a year later when you meet them again. Because you were like the one guy who could take no respectfully. Things will always come full circle if you keep improving. Like 1 year from now, you might be super jacked, in good shape, you've got like 10K followers on Insta, and you're the coolest guy in your town and everybody loves you. Literally, that might even only take like a few months if you had like a mind-blowing few months transformation. It might take some mentoring from somebody who knows what they're doing to get there faster. Shameless plug, I would mentor you exactly how I got here. Course links in the description. But eventually, if you kept going and you kept doing the right things and you just tried like quite hard, you don't need to be like some schizophrenic who doesn't go out at all to get this level of like wins, of like ego moments, of like living such a good quality life. But of course, it helps a lot. You could have everything you want. You could have that girl who broke up with you, and I guarantee she would come back and message you eventually. And I know this sounds like I'm a crazy dude on the internet, but I actually have had an experience like that now. And that is wisdom, that is experience, and that is something you can't earn. That is something you can earn, but that is something you can't just skip. You can't just shortcut your way to it. Thank you for watching this video, bro. This was a bit of a deeper one. Have a great day, bro. And last thing, when you feel like you're losing really badly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how badly you're losing today, because tomorrow is a new day, bro. Every day, flip more coins, bro. Flip this coin more and try and get it to land on heads. I dropped the coin. But just keep flipping coins. Keep going to gym. One day you'll have your magic everything changed moment. Have a good day.